Hello.
How you doing? Is this Gary?
Yeah, this is Gary. Who's this?
Draylin Carter. Wonderful. This is Council.com. How may I help you today?
I don't know. I didn't call you guys.
Alrighty. Are you familiar with Robin?
Yeah, Robin. Robin, from where?
Your wife?
Yeah, I'm familiar with my wife, but Tia Wright. So, where do I know you from?
So, my name is Draylin Carter. Since 2022, I've been running a business, Council. We turned into a website, Council.com. That's what usually we go by. And what we do is we specialize in network marketing, but we got our feet off the ground in resale and retail of a designer and streetwear. Are you familiar with Supreme?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this call is actually in regards to Jada Curry, her position in the draft, what we can do to help, how we can add value, and hopefully what we expect to our ultimate goal from this call actually is to eventually have a conversation with Jada, kind of see where her head's at, see where her mind state is as far as like what she expects from the WNBA, what does she hope to get out of the WNBA, and kind of what her goals are. Does that sound great?
Okay, yeah. Are you guys a marketing agency or what type of agency?
So we specialize in network marketing, actually. So that means, okay, so I'll give you an example. Earlier today, we had a staff meeting. We spoke with, Mr. Bascom. Mr. Bascom is wonderful. They need to pay Mr. Bascom. Mr. Bascom needs a bonus, a raise, and a cemented position. Mr. Bascom is an excellent network marketer. He actually got us in contact with Tremaine P. Dalton, Olympic trainer, who you all hired. Well, not you all, but Jada been an alum who U of L hired to be a part of the women's basketball team at U of L last season.
Right. So yeah, Tremaine worked her out when she was out of the country in Paris. Correct.
Yes, Tremaine is outstanding. He was actually there for the men's team, but he invited Jada Curry.
Right. Okay.
So basically, Don Staley was involved, Tremaine, Diana Taurasi. We've spoken with the Phoenix Mercury. Spoken with the Washington Mystics. We've spoken with the Los Angeles Sparks, and as well the Indiana Fever, Connecticut Sun. We've spoken with the Seattle Storm and Sue Bird, who's pretty much running the whole show over in Seattle.
Oh, you spoke to them about Jada?
We've spoken to the organization as a whole about Jada, Mr. Gary, the WNBA as a whole. So the teams that I just named are kind of like soft spots that, you know, we have become accustomed to. They have become accustomed to us. It's becoming an annual thing. They see us regularly around this time. We've got acquainted with certain teams such as the Dallas Wings. Being that we had built a relationship with a no longer a party with the Connecticut Sun, we was actually able to see the transition of the Connecticut Sun away from Dejanay onto the Dallas Wings, which is not a bad spot to be at. We've actually spoken with the Dallas Wings. We've been able to get acquainted with some of the players of the Dallas Mavericks, and Mark Cuban is an excellent owner.
Okay, so so I think you should probably talk to Jada's agent.
So Jada does have an agent.
Yes, she does.
That's wonderful, because that's not what we do. So I'm gonna kind of give you an idea. Of what we do, Mr. Gary.
Okay.
So being that now this just started because of the NIL deal, they was able to create jobs, player compensation, and a hope that we all as players, parents, family members, attendees, just people that are passionate about the sports and enjoy seeing young women become successful young women and into adulthood, being that they are in college. The NIL deal was able to create such positions as general managers, right?
Okay.
So we see people like Woj Janowski of ESPN, who is now with St. Bonaventure, his alum, where he is an alumni, and he was the first person to become a general manager of a collegiate team. Then we have people like Stephen Curry, who is the first actual active player who plays for the Golden State Warriors, who became the general manager of where he was an alumni in Davidson.
Okay.
So the NIL actually granted a lot of opportunities for everyone to find their common ground. What we did have was an issue with Booster Club, right? So Booster Club usually before the NIL deal pretty much controlled college sports, right?
Okay.
So they're what we call shadows.
Okay.
So they pretty much run the campus as a whole. They tell people what to do and they tell people how to act, right?
Okay.
What eventually resulted in that is a boom. So like I was telling Miss Robin or Mr. Bascom, correct, earlier today, is a baseball.
Who's Mr. Bassam?
So you don't know who Mr. Bascom is?
Yeah, I mean, bring me up to speed.
Well, Mr. Bascom he actually spent a lot of time with your daughter, Jada, over the past few years as she transitioned from Cal University into U of L.
What's his first name?
Charles.
Oh, I don't. We don't do anything with Charles. So we don't.
So I'm speaking. So actually, I'm speaking past tense. So,
but I'm saying if you're affiliated with Charles, we don't do anything.
Yeah,
with
right. So me and Charles actually met through U of L campus. So it's really kind of like your daughter.
If it's anything connected to Charles, we're not, and it's not your fault. We're just not interested.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you
no, are you asking me? Or are you telling me that I'm associated with Charles?
No. What I am saying is, if you're affiliated with Charles in any way,
right? That's what I'm saying. I'm not affiliated with Charles.
But you have been at one point, correct?
No.
Okay, I just want to be sure because
let me give you a better understanding. Charles was actually a part of the U of L campus, right? So that means so Tremaine's a part of the U of L campus. The players of U of L. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, Mr. Gary. I just actually go about what I am told in the meetings, right? So
okay, I got you.
So
okay.
yeah,
no worries.
Okay, so great. So being that Jada was an alum, we kind of got an idea of where she could possibly land. There was actually misconduct with the Cardinals women basketball team last year.
Okay.
So as we was in the meeting with Bascom, because he was a part of one time, if he is not still to this day, at one point in time he was associated with the Cardinals women basketball team. Jada.
That was because of Jada, but I get it. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. I don't really want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of that's kind of your business. I went into the professional realm for exactly that reason, Mr. Gary, because
I appreciate it. Because I just want to let you know
conflict of interest,
and it's a sticky situation because we have
absolutely
no connections with Charles Bassam completely.
Yeah,
I just want to make this. You want to make sure that's clear. You know, not to you. I'm just saying it in general. Like when I hear his name, I get. Excuse my language, fucking irritated, to be honest.
That's understandable. Okay. Like I said, that's pretty much one of the reasons why we actually took the professional route. Just like you have been frustrated with people associated with certain players, including family members, we've experienced that same thing with actual college coaches.
Okay, got it. Understood. Okay.
Yeah, so I chose for my company to actually take the professional route. It's easier to deal with. We don't have to deal with financials. We don't have to deal with social struggles. We don't actually have to deal with the background of the player itself. What we are trying to do is actually build young men and young women to be successful, contributing members of society.
Correct.
So we actually help players with their transition into professional sports.
Okay.
Right. So like I was telling the group, if you will, earlier today. What we actually had, because of the NIL deal and the booster clubs colliding, being that the booster club actually had to start paying the players, we actually experienced a situation to where the players no longer had a voice, if they had any, before the NIL in itself. Being that we was around the U of L campus, we've already had a background that dates back 10 to 15 years with U of L, because we actually played football at Eastern High School and Harry Doss High, where we was able and granted access to the UK football team as well as the U of L football team. So we're very versed and well understood in actually how a college program, a successful college program, works. Are you familiar with Joker Phillips?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, he actually used to be the football coach at UK from like 2009 to 2012, as well as Charlie Strong was a strong role in head coach at U of L around that same time. Now, when we're speaking as far as like Jada Curry goes, we feel that the WNBA, this is what we was telling Robin, we feel that the WNBA is a bit behind, but that has more so to do with the sport didn't actually turn pro until the 90s. So we miss greats such as Cheryl Miller not being able to cement her foundation and become a Hall of Famer as an actual player within the WNBA, because the WNBA actually started so late. So now the college players are actually getting paid and have more benefit financially within college sports than they do the professional league in itself, which creates a cluster, right? So we have people like Haley Van Lith that's listed as number 6, but Jada Curry was a freshman rookie of the year at Cal. She transitioned well, and she had to deal with COVID-19 restrictions and regulations, which did grant her an extra year. But like I said, there was misconduct that was actually going on with inside the U of L locker room with Jeff Walls. So there was not really anything she could do unless she was ready to move on. And we had already spoke with certain members of the family. That's kind of like a big decision to uproot 3 times.
So who did you speak to with other members of the family?
So during this time, we were speaking with Tremaine.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was a trainer, but yeah, but
right, but he has a strong resume.
Right, I get it. But when it comes to Jada, it's me, her mom, and Jada. But as far as the NCAA, they didn't grant her extra year, so that's why she had to go into the draft.
Okay, what is Jada's actual goals being, like, when she gets drafted? What is she expecting to get out of being in the WNBA system?
Well, one, she wants to play in the WNBA, and then we're going to see what happens. But then she's going to play overseas, too.
Okay, now there's a possibility. Are you familiar with Vapwell, analyst for ESPN and the WNBA college sports?
No.
Okay, so pretty much Vapwell is an analyst, but he's the only analyst for women's basketball, right? Around this time, versus the NBA, where you have people like Woj, you got Stephen A. Smith. You see what I'm saying? So there's really no counteractive. It's no rebuttal to what's being said.
Right.
They have Haley Van Lith listed as the 6th pick to come out of the draft on ESPN.
Yeah. They're not right. She's probably going to go 9 or 10, but I mean, it don't really matter because, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know if you saw the game. We saw what Jada did to Haley Van Lith, but it's just going to be up to the GMs to figure out. I mean, she's going to get in the camp. I'm not worried about whether she's going to get in the camp or not.
Well, we had actually spoken with the Mystics.
Okay.
That's why I said so. What we have right now is an investigation, right? This is
on, you mean for U of L or something?
Right, because it's a regular.
Nothing to do with Jada.
No, Jada was outstanding.
Okay.
Yeah, Jada was outstanding. Like I said earlier, it was just some misconduct that was actually going on. Jeff Walls played a major role into it, and Jeff Walls actually had his career planned out and mapped for him.
Okay. Okay.
So he's actually supposed to level up and get promoted within the next few years to become the. Remember, we were speaking about general managers, NIL deals, etc.
Right. Right. Right.
So he's actually supposed to move up, but they got the draft wrong. 41 points to 16-7 points is a big gap, don't you think?
Well, yeah, the gap is what it's because didn't nobody else stand up to help her out in that game. Is that the game you're talking about?
Against TCU?
Yeah. I mean, look, that's nothing new. We knew Jada was that good. It's just that she just didn't have no help. There ain't no way in the world they should have lost that game, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Sedona Prince, her colleague.
Sedona Prince, right.
See, they're all going in the top 10 according to the mock draft.
Well, it's kind of hard to. She's 6'7". I don't think she's. Like, I can't give my opinion, but being that Jada is still, I don't think she's. I mean, of course, I'm biased. I think Jada's the best guard in the draft outside of Paige Beckers. That's how I personally feel. And if I look at the numbers, it kind of holds up, But it's gonna be whatever the GMs think, man. I mean, what can I do?
Okay, so
I think she gets the opportunity. She'll prove herself like always. She always has to prove herself.
Wonderful. Is there any way that we could possibly schedule to have a conversation with Jada? Oh, you said our agent, correct?
Yeah. You would have to talk to her agent. I can hold on. Let me hold on 1 second.
All right.
Hey, and I got Tia Wright as the phone you called me from. What's your name?
Dre Lynn.
I'm sorry. What is it?
Dre Lynn.
Dre Lynn.
Dre Lynn.
Hold on. I got you on speaker. I'm trying to because I
That's
don't have
okay.
my headset with me. Just type down this information right here.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna.
You can actually contact me via email. So we're an online-based business. If we need to make a call, we can get that to possibly happen.
Well, I mean, her agent isn't going to talk to you on email.
No, you misunderstood me. Our email is where we actually set up the meeting and then we exchange the actual conversation over phone.
Now, how do you spell your first name, Jalen?
So that's D as in Drake, R as in Robert, A as in Apple, Y as in yes, L as in love, Y as in yes, N as in Nigel, N as in Nigel. That's 2 N's at the end.
DRAYLYNN, correct?
Correct, absolutely.
And then what's your last name, Jalen?
Carter, Carter, like Vince Carter for the Toronto Raptors.
Oh, Carter. TER, right?
Carter.
Okay. And what's the name of the company?
So that's C as in cat, O as in outstanding, U as in understanding, N as in Nigel, T as in telephone, count, like to add something, and then soul. So that's S as in shoe, O as in outstanding, L as in like, E as in eat.
Okay, can you say it for me? What is it? Count what?
Count soul, like the bottom of your shoe, or the inside of your shoe.
SOLE?
SOLE, that is correct.
Okay, and then, and you are a marketing company affiliated with
network marketing. We cover the players, we cover organizations, and we actually have formed a relationship with certain GMs. Jenny Buss is actually wonderful for the Los Angeles Sparks. That's not necessarily a bad place to land. It's just I personally feel that Jada's better than Haley Van Lith, and she should, if they gotta pick one or the other, sixth in the second round and 46 is a huge gap, and I don't necessarily agree with that. That's a big difference.
So you heard the Lyft agency, correct, with Mike Miller?
Is that the actual email, the JC30LiftSM.com?
No, Lift. 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 That they have John Morant and they have
Are
the
you
guy from
familiar? You familiar with Young Dolph? God rest his
no,
soul. Yeah,
no, I'm not.
Ja Morant actually played at Murray State. Like I said, being that I was a football player in high school, I actually did a lot of traveling. I believe that I had a cousin that played women's basketball for K-State. So K-State, Murray State was actually a spot that I was potentially looking at to go play football in.
Okay, so so what I think I'm gonna give so Gina Paradisco is Jada's agent at Lyft.
Okay, Gina
And
P.
Lyft is ran by Mike Miller, the guy that played in the NBA.
Wonderful. Jimmy Butler, Mike Miller, LeBron James.
So I'll do is I'll talk to her and forward her your number to reach out to you.
All righty. Do you have my email as well in case you cannot reach me via telephone to leave a message?
Well, let me see here. So Tia Wright. Why do I keep saying so the 502-807-0234, that's your number,
So
correct?
Tia, so that's why actually important that she emails me first so that I can get to a phone. Tia Wright is my mother, but she's busy during the day doing her medical studies. She's going to school to actually be a phlebotomist.
So you don't have your own cell phone?
I have an email address. We are a web-based company.
Oh, okay. All right, so
Yeah.
let me see.
See,
Let me see what I can
remember I
do.
told you networking. So, like my little brother, like I told his father, you know what I'm saying? I understand that the medical field is important, but it's 2025 now. Everything's been done off the internet. That's just the way the world's moving towards. They didn't actually shut down Facebook and Twitter multiple times over the past
I
5
got you.
years.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me see what I can do. I'll talk
All
to
right. Take
I'll
down my
talk to
email
her
so they
agent.
can take down my email first.
Okay. Uh, what's your email address?
So that's Council Brand Backup at yahoo.com. You need me to spell it?
So Council BRAND.
No. COUNT. Like count, like to add something.
Okay.
Sole, like the bottom of your foot at the inside of your shoe. Count
All
sole.
right.
Brand, like an actual entity, like the Coca-Cola brand. Count sole brand. Backup, like to back up a car. Council brand backup at yahoo.com.
Okay. All right, man. I'll see what I can do. Okay.
All right. You have a great day.
Okay. All right. Thanks.